Relationships, that can be your biggest breakthroughs or biggest breakups. The relationships, is it, partnership relationship or relationship with friends, are going to bring, we humans will interact with other people. We want to be with someone, we want to belong to something, we want to be part of the tribe or whatever you want to call it. But I teach this: bring your belonging within yourself, for yourself. Don't seek validation externally from others. Second part is unhealed trauma from inner child. It's going to come up in relationship. It's going to get triggered. And if you think that no, it's not, you're going to bury it deep inside, just like on a video what I talked about it, when we put all emotions underneath the doormat and we hope that they're just hidden and nobody's going to find it, and we put them in a Pandora box, the Pandora box is going to get open. We came as human beings to this earth, and in this time, in what we are, and it's completely different than it was 100 years ago. It is about growth and psychology and inner child and epigenetics and everything of that, to realize about ourselves and how we are functioning and how we are working and what it is that we wanted to do, and make it better and evolve and grow and find a resolution and create the revolution. Is that breaking up ancestral line? Is that revolution? Is that you're not a people pleaser, you're not breadcrumbing, you're not passing on those wounds to your children? Whatever it is possible to happen, and it is possible to be done. The choice is yours. What would you like to do? Or do you hope that it will be hidden underneath the doormat? It's going to come out. The shit will come to surface. It really will. And if you're in a relationship and you're just having a toxic positivity and having pretend and hope and pretend and hope, but nobody doesn't do the work, do you think it's fulfilling? It's not. And you deep down know that it's something is missing and something is off and something's just not right. We're living in a different frequency, different world right now. It's not a world of 50 years ago where we're going to just ignore it. Things happen so much more faster, and people realize more things. So it's about everyone pulling their socks up and doing the work, because if we don't do the work, what's going to happen? We expect a respect from others, but are we giving ourselves respect? Start within yourself. Don't concentrate on what other people do. Concentrate on what are you doing, and heal that unresolved trauma in a child. See it for what it is, work with it, embody it, and don't hide behind it, and don't hope it's just going to disappear, because it is not going to disappear. It's going to come back, and more with the momentum of resentment, anger. It's going to be a time bomb, and I swear to you, it's going to be a time bomb. You don't have to be psychic to know this. So if you're going to avoid and abort the mission constantly, who are you actually aborting? On yourself. You're going like, no, escape button. Maybe that would be a better word, escape button, than abort the mission. But you're then escaping on yourself, while that little girl or little boy inside of you is just wanting to come out, wanting to get to know, wanting to get the things. And you're not going to get the things from your parents. I don't teach you to get the things from the parents. I teach you what you need to do for yourself. It is not that you're going to get a list and you're going to go back to your parents and say to them, you didn't do all of these things for me, so this is how I am. Realize that. But you want to pass on the same things to your children. Got children, whoever you have got, nieces, cousins, whatever, around yourself. And you know what? Even don't even think like that. Think about it. What are you doing for yourself? Because on the end of the day, how are you fulfilling yourself? Just looking what a world or God or your parents didn't give you. Okay, they didn't give you. They didn't give me either. I didn't choose to have a war when I was studying to be a nurse, but I had one. I can't put a blame on the government and everyone else who caused that. It is what it is. It happened, but it made me stronger for who I am today. That's why certain things are going to bother me, because I went through hell more than that. But it created parts of me to who I am today, and I transformed and alkalized the transformations from pain to liberation to the freedom. They don't hold any parts of me for that. And the trauma, what I experienced at the time and everything else, what happened in hospital, it was something what I don't wish to anyone to see it or feel it or experience it. But some people will, in different shapes or forms. That doesn't mean that God or the world doesn't love you or like you. That's something what, or we sign up for it, or it's part of our timeline, what we have got on. But every single scenario made me stronger, made me to do things more. My first husband said to me, I'm going to be poor and I'm going to be on the street and he's going to come and collect the children. Made me so determined to say, no, I will show you. But on the end of it, I turned it around and said to myself, I don't have to show him anything. I don't care. I will show it to myself. And I'm grateful for what he said to me, because that gave me the push to do what I did. Started working on another job, started opening up my own business and working through it. While he thought even worse that he's going to do, and he's going to pay peanuts for the child support. But that all made me so much more stronger today. And I didn't have to depend on anyone for anything. So instead of crying about the situation, what he was doing, yes, it was absolutely unfair what he was doing. But I had to go and see myself, okay, what is he trying to teach me? What is he trying to teach me? What is he showing me? He's showing me parts of me, and he is actually shaping me to grow and to be this woman and to do things. And knowing that I'll be fine, I can do it myself. Especially when I have no family here. I have no family in Australia. All my family lives in Croatia. So I didn't have mum and dad and said to them, can I move in with you if I can't pay the rent? Can I do this? Can I come for dinner? No, I didn't. So if you're listening to that video and you're in a similar situation like me, I hope this gives you the strength and say to yourself, like, she did it, I can lean on her and I can do this. And yes, I've got my gifts inside of me, from energy healing through the psychic, through emotional intuitive counseling and the mentoring. Yes, I've got that. And this is what happened to me, to make me who I am today. And to be so diversified and multi-level, multi-dimensional, being unconventional person. Yes, I am that because of the scenarios and things that happen in my life. And working through the inner child and the trauma, like 20 years ago, 10 years ago, there was, from a medical point of view, there was hardly anything written down. I had to sit there, listen to the spirit, listen to it, what I'm seeing for in people, what I would see their scars are. And I'm like, okay, they show me this pain in the body. And lucky you see, again, I studied nursing, so I understood that if they have this pain, okay, what does liver represent? Okay, it has got lots of blood in it. Why does it sit? What does it happen? So bile, what do we use? What does a bile does in digestion inside of body that actually helps people? Okay, so if I've got a lot of bile, why do I have lots of bile? What am I trying to do? What's imbalance there? But I just see these things instead of you. I see this instead of every single human being. But then if I've got a liver issue, what it is that it's within a child, where is the inner child? Then I listen and I look at on your timeline without asking you any questions of that. So it is extraordinary how it happens in the sessions. But I combine all of those things together. So why did I have to study the nursing, the forensics, everything to shape me who I am today? Why did I have to go through divorce like this to shape me who I am? Why did my second divorce, I walked away after 4 months? For a reason. To shape me who I am today. So you can choose to be empowered and not holding on to the pain, and be free.